Hello, Libra. How are y'all doing? Time for your May 2023 main monthly reading. Man, can you believe 2023 is almost halfway over? I know I say this kind of shit every single year, but it never fails to blow my mind. Anyway, for those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, please check the description box of this video. Also, in the description, you can find my social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram. I even have a secondary YouTube channel. It's nothing special. I'm just pretty much, for the most part, sitting around and chatting on the weekends and shooting the shit, But also, don't forget to go check me and the Leo King on High Vibe TV. Here very soon, I'm going to be launching a whole series on manifestation. A whole series. The idea is to make it like a 6-month long series so that we can actually get some people understanding this shit. Okay. I've been irritated for so many years at my personal opinion is that most of the people out here teaching it to the masses aren't explaining it in an understandable way. And this isn't woo woo fairy tale shit. This can be explained scientifically, and that's my goal. So if you would like to catch that, the information to subscribe to High Vibe TV is in the description of the video as well. All right, anyway, let's jump into this. We're just going to start off with a real quick past, present, future. Oh, that card yelled at me. Oh, the death card. Okay, some of you could possibly be dealing with a Scorpio. Quick past, present, future. 2 more. Brand new deck, so I got to wake it up a little bit. All right. Boom. Ooh, the Empress in the reverse. Okay. Ooh, in the past, Ace of Wands, 7 of Pentacles reversed, Judgment reversed. Okay. So I think this is something that, like, whatever it was that happened between the two of you was a result of you jumping into something. And one of you, I can't tell who, maybe it was even both of you, but one of you jumped into it without thinking, just on a whim. And it felt off. It felt off. Something didn't feel right in the past. And whoever it was that felt off tried to ignore it, stuff it under the rug, and just try to ignore it, basically. And I feel like whatever it was that you felt was off, if it was you, turned out to be right. Turned out to be right. I think this was something that started way too quick. And again, this is just the general outline. So that could have been you, could have been them. But it started way too quick. And somebody here jumped into it without thinking. It didn't even feel right from the beginning. But it eventually ended up hitting a brick wall as a result of that. For some of you, it could have been an on and off connection too. I know that's not everybody, but this energy here in the past, if you do attempt to keep trying it over and over and over again, and this same energy keeps being brought to the table every time you try to reconcile, it's going to a repeat cycle. It's going to keep spinning around and spinning around and spinning around. So the 6 of Swords. So this is not a difficult transition in the current moment. Creeping up into the current moment, you are still moving on. You are still moving forward, but it's not an easy transition. You're kicking yourself in the ass. You feel like a failure. You feel like you wasted your time. Some of you are being a little bit too hard on yourself, to be honest with you. Now, I'm not saying be naive, stick your head in the sand, and don't acknowledge your own mistakes. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you want to treat yourself much like you would treat a child. You don't let the child get away with being stupid, but you also don't keep beating on them and beating on them and beating on them and beating on them. The same thing with yourself. You don't do that to yourself either. Let yourself know. Give yourself a good talking to. That was wrong. Smack yourself on the wrist. Don't do that again. And keep going and learn from there. Some of y'all are just beating yourself up a little bit too much. What's coming up in the future? Oh, beautiful. I love it. 9 of Cups. I know some of y'all ain't going to believe me when I say this. I don't know. Some of you may already be experiencing this. So if you're already experiencing this, okay. But I feel like there's some of you who ain't going to believe me. You're not even going to believe what I'm about to tell you. I'm feeling like in the future, some of you, for the very first time in your life, are going to find yourself happy as hell, not even wanting a relationship. Now, that doesn't mean you are going to be single. That's the thing that people don't understand about this energy right here. What it means is I'm happy no matter if I'm in a relationship or not. I am happy because I said so. I don't need a relationship to make me happy. I don't depend on a person to come into my life and create my happiness for me. I'm happy. You know what? I'll tell you what. If the right person wants to show up and be a part of my life one day, okay, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But if not, oh well. Oh fucking well. I'm good. I'm happy. And you know what that means, right? This is the 9 of Cups. What comes after the 9 of Cups? The 10 of Cups. And that's not done that way by accident. But I see a lot of you fully stepping into that energy. And again, some of you for the first time in your life. Some of you. But, okay. All right. Well, that's just the general outline, past, present, future. Let's see. Do I have any major arcana? I got Scorpio. Yeah, just Scorpio. Okay. Oh, got Leo here too. This is a difficult deck. I'm having to look at this real close. All right. Neat artwork, but it's very different. So, okay. All right. Well, let's look at how the past person feels about Libra. How is the past person currently feeling about Libra, universe? What are their thoughts, feelings, and opinions, hopes, dreams, and expectations about Libra? Yeah. Yeah, they hurt. They hurt. They're still hurt about this. Yup. Okay, so overall, they are going through a healing process, but I don't think they're definitely not all the way healed right now. Oh, they still got feelings for you. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But I think whatever it was that happened between the problem is this person has too many insecurities. Could be an Aries for some of you, but this person is very insecure, has a massive inferiority complex. Now, some of you may be like, what is he talking about? This energy of low self-confidence and no self-esteem can manifest itself in two opposite ends of the spectrum. Like on this end of the spectrum, this energy can manifest itself by a person, whoa, I'm not good enough. Me, tail between their legs and they hang their head and me. Or on the other end of the spectrum, somebody can be really, really angry and a control freak and real cocky and mean and have a real quick temper, So either of those can be indicative of the same energy. Either of them can. But I think this person really wants you to think that they have no emotions whatsoever. They probably make it a really strong point. Like, for example, they hope that you sit around and watch their social media. So they're putting on a show for you. They're putting on a show. They're trying to make it look like they forgot you existed. That's bullshit. Bullshit. So yeah, this if they look like they're happy, like they're carefree, completely detached, it's a front. It's a front. And are they willing to own up to their mistakes? No, they're ignoring the truth about this situation. As always, as always. There, you know what? Let me just go ahead and put a little side note on this. And this is for everybody watching. Libra, cross watcher, random person that watches me for whatever reason you watch me for. Here's a big red flag. Next time you're getting to know somebody, ask them about their last relationship and see what story they tell you. Then, maybe not all at once, but whenever the time is appropriate, ask them about the one before that. And then listen to the story they tell you. And when the time's appropriate, ask them about the one before that. And I would do this anywhere between 3 to 5 times. Ask somebody about their last 3 to 5 relationships. If they tell you the same story 5 times, red flag. Red flag. And it's usually always the same thing. Oh, they were so abusive and controlling. Oh, they were so psycho and crazy, you know. And I'm not saying there's not abusive, controlling people out there. I'm not saying that there's not psychos out there. I've been with a couple of them myself. But every single person, every one of them, every one of them, every one of them. That's you. That's you. I promise you. Promise you. You gonna date this person and you gonna learn real quick. Oh, whoa. You're the fucking toxic one. Oh, yes. You weren't being abused. You pushed them to their breaking point until they snapped, and then you turned around and played the victim. That's what you're doing. Ah, okay. Ah. Yep, you'll real quick, dude. All right. Anyway, let's see if there's going to be any action taken here from the past person towards Libra. Any action taken? Any kind of outcome? Nah, you're off to a new start, dude. Let me see. Any communication? Anything? Any kind of outcome here with this situation? Reconciliation attempt? Anything? King of Cups reversed. Yeah, not a whole lot. I don't see this person showing you any emotion. There's that 9 of Cups again. So I think best case scenario, like I said, I know some of y'all are going to say Rich is full of shit. I promise you. Wait, watch. You stay on the path that you're on right now. Stay on the path that you're on right now. Promise you. You're going to wake up one day and be like, you know what? Do I want a relationship right now? Do I want that? Do I need that? Because my life is going pretty good. Do I really want to take the chance of bringing someone into my life and even taking the chance on having my happiness completely destroyed? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? For what? For what? You know what? I don't really think it's worth it right now. I finally found happiness, and to bring somebody into my life and possibly take the chance on having them completely destroy this happiness doesn't really sound tempting. And I think that as you begin to step up into this energy, it's probably going to empower you to reach out to this past person. And I'm seeing, yeah, more than likely, the two of you going to have a conversation. More than likely. Going to have a conversation, clear the air, make peace with the past. And you're going to see real quick that they haven't changed. I've seen this message come through for a few other signs. They haven't changed. You're going to see this situation from a whole new light. It's really going to, I think, what was the last sign? There was like 2 other signs that had something very similar to that. I think that might be something collective that maybe not all of us are going through it, but that message definitely came through for at least 2 other signs. So I don't feel like that needs advice. I really don't. The only advice that I could give you is some personal advice, in which I would say stay on the healing path and keep doing what you're doing. Okay, let's look at the next connection due to come in. Next person due to come into Libra's life, whoever that person may be. Will it be the person that Libra has their eye on? We'll see about that person here in a minute too. Who's the next person due to come in? Is it Libra's love interest? 4 of Wands reversed. Okay. So there is a blockage right now preventing the next person from coming in. But that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. You have to align with this person vibrationally before you can bring them into your life. King of Pentacles. Ooh, could be an entrepreneur, some of you. Could be somebody that possibly owns their own business. Either way, though, I feel like it's definitely somebody who prioritizes work, business, and finance over all other things, you know. No, I honestly don't think that the next person due to actually come in is your love interest. I don't think so. With the 4 of Cups, I think it's an opportunity that you don't realize. It's not something that you would expect. I think it's going to be unexpected. But it's more than likely going to start off as communication first. Talking, and waiting. Talking and waiting, because when you first feel this connection with this person, it's going to make you feel a little bit nervous. So you're waiting for the nervousness to subside. You know. But I feel like as long as you don't make any crazy decisions, it's more than likely going to end up being long-term. More than likely. It's a slow, gradual, transitionary process from the time you all connect and y'all talking, going through the talking phase. Now, when I say slow and gradual, I'm not talking about like months and months and months and months and months. I had a client come to me the other day saying something about we started talking, it was started dating last year, and then we officially became a couple in December. What? Started talking and you dated for almost a full year before y'all made it official? That's a little extreme, dude. Sorry, I feel like that's a little bit extreme. Nothing wrong with 4 to 6 weeks, but almost the whole year. You start dating somebody in January and y'all don't make it official until December. That's way too excessive. That's way too slow, dude. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, let's see this person's feelings and intentions. Let's see. So this connection makes them feel a little bit uneasy. Not the connection, just, you know, them thinking about all the things that could possibly go wrong, especially if this person like owns their own business. Boom, boom. Oh, this person ain't putting up with no bullshit neither. Oh no. Like I said, I think this person, money, work, finance, that's my number one priority. And if you want to be with me and have a decent life, it has to be my number one priority. And yeah, this person ain't playing no games. Oh no, they not. I kind of feel like they got their guard up. And while they're talking, they're waiting. I dare you to accuse me of some shit I didn't do just because you're insecure. I dare you to start a fucking argument with me just because you're mad at your sister. I dare you. Dare you to get a nasty, shitty attitude with me just because you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I dare you. Pew! I'm gone. I'm putting up with that shit. No. If you don't bring peace to my life, I don't need you in my life. This person feels very, so I think that slow talking phase is going to be necessary for both of you. I don't think they have bad intentions. I don't, but they just ain't trying to waste their time. Oh, no, they ain't. They ain't playing games. Nope. All right, what's the outcome then? What's the outcome? 5 of Cups reversed. Will it take a turn for the best, for the worst? Okay, the Sun card. Beautiful. I think it'll turn out, yep. Oh, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Okay, more than likely, like I said, the guard is coming down slowly. But as long as you all stay on the path, stay consistent, not try to rush things too fast, not try to put the brakes on and make it happen too slow. Just let it flow. Don't force it. More than likely, the two of you will end up both letting your guards down and having something very happy, long-term, and successful. Okay. Is there any advice? Is there any advice? Oh, the Moon card. Okay. So allow yourself to go through this period of gestation and change. Now, a period of gestation and change, I can't think of a time that it's ever comfortable. It's not. Starting a new cycle, going through a period of change is uncomfortable. Especially, like, say, for example, you've always attracted one kind of person, and you've always attracted, say, I don't know, toxic relationships, and that's all you've ever known. And now you're up on a different level now, and this is a situation that's unlike any person or any relationship you've ever been in. A healthy relationship can still feel uncomfortable if all you've ever known is toxicity. Think about it. There's people out there that get locked up and put in prison and spend 20 years in there, and then they get out and they don't want to get out. They want to go back because that's their comfort zone. Okay, this is the way the brain works. So allow yourself to go through this weird period of things feeling funny, feeling different, not feeling like what you're used to. That's normal. It's no different than setting your alarm clock at a different time in the morning. It's going to suck for 6 months to a year. And then after that, your brain will wire itself to the new routine. And then it becomes just who you are. See what I'm saying? All right. Now let's do singles. Man, I'm kind of dragging this one on here tonight, ain't I? All right, let's do singles. Singles. Single Libras. The single Libras and their love interest. Single Libras and the person who lives in their head rent-free. What's happening generally? Page of Swords reverse. You be stalking the shit out of them, don't you? You be stalking the shit out of them. You be all up on their Facebook and shit, all up on their Instagram, if they have it, Yeah, I guess if this person doesn't have social media or anything public, then that wouldn't apply to you. But for those of you dealing with somebody that has a public Facebook or Instagram, you be all up on it, don't you? That's cool. I mean, shit, in 2023, why not, dude? Why not? Oh. I think a love offer is going to be made. But the 2 of Cups is reversed. What's going on, man? Page of Wands and offers being made. What's up with all this back and forth energy here? Shit. The Devil. Okay. I'm going to have to see what's going on with this person here because this is so back and forth. This is so back and forth here. because I'm feeling like this person probably has a lot of options. They probably, exercise a lot of different options and whatnot. And with the devil card there with that 7 of Cups too, feels to me like a sex-based connection. Feels to me like a sex-based connection. Now, I will say this too. For those of you who are interested in somebody that you don't really know all that well, like maybe somebody at work that you've never talked to or been around outside of work, this person could possibly have some hidden addiction problems that you don't know about. Very possibly. Okay. Well, let's dig their intentions up a little bit deeper. I want to see if I can dig all the way to the bottom of this person's energy and see what they're all about. Could be a Capricorn for some of you. 9 of Wands in the reverse. What are their intentions? Hang on, it's not ready yet. All right. Boom. 3 of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. Ah, there's that devil again. There it is again. So this person, as always, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. At some point in time, this person was madly, madly, madly in love with somebody and got their heart ripped out. They got stabbed in the back and they haven't let it go. Now, when was this? I don't know. Maybe it was last week, last month, last year. I don't know. But that's probably why this person is too afraid to commit right now. They're too afraid of commitment. Now, at the deepest level, they want what we all want. 10 of Cups. At the deepest level. But as far as like actually committing and putting themselves in that vulnerable position, yeah, I think they're a little bit afraid of that right now. They want sex-based connections, no strings attached. They don't want to put themselves in the position to get their heart ripped out again. So y'all might hook up, possibly, but I'm not seeing it moving much further than that anytime soon. Some of you may have already hooked up with this person, possibly. Okay. Let's get the advice. Let's jump into the advice on this. What's the advice? 9 of Pentacles. Okay, just maintain your independence, though. I know that's kind of hard to do sometimes when you're like really into somebody, but the 10 of Wands. I'm sorry, 10 of Swords. Okay. Well, at some point, I think what really helps. Now, I know this isn't everybody. I know there's probably a couple of you who may have like been friends with this person for many, many years, but I don't know, even at that, this could still resonate. But I feel like the majority of you are dealing with somebody that you don't really know that well. Even if it's somebody, say you worked with them for 5 years and y'all hang out and talk every lunch break, and you may think you know them. I promise you, you don't. Promise you, you don't. Promise you, there is a whole other side to this person that you don't know anything about. You don't know anything about it. So one of the hardest things to come to terms with is what we do as humans is we paint the picture in our imagination of who we think someone is, and then we judge the picture that we painted in our imagination. That there's nothing that's harder to go through than having to come to terms with the fact that we painted the wrong picture in our imagination. Who I thought you were isn't who you are. So do the best that you can to try to play with that idea. Just play with that idea. What if, what if who I think you are is not at all who you are? What if the person I'm in love with is just a made up figment of my imagination with your face on it? See what I'm saying? Like, what if? What if? And know when to throw in the white towel on this. Be careful if you want to get intimate with this person, or if you already have, okay, we're all adults here. Just be careful. But yeah, man, if it doesn't look like this person's trying to commit, if you're laying awake at night, losing sleep, trying to figure out how this person feels about you, if you're sitting around pulling your hair out, trying to figure out if this person loves you, or that, just, we got to hang it up, man. Promise you. Promise you. If you can know when to stand up for yourself like that and have too much respect for yourself, than to sit around and hope and wait and wish that somebody will soon see your value, and you can stand up for yourself on that, no matter how I feel about you. See, a lot of times we get too wrapped up in how we feel about someone, when what we need to be thinking about is how you make me feel. Pay attention to that, because a lot of times that can be two totally different things. How I feel about you versus how you make me feel. What does it feel like when I'm around you? Do I feel like I'm constantly questioning my self-worth? Do I feel like I may not be good enough? If that's how I feel when I'm around you, that tells me a lot about you, a lot about this connection. We need to be paying more attention to that. Okay. All right. Random freestyle advice. Whatever random ass advice Libra needs to hear the most. Oh, Queen of Pentacles, though. Okay, man. All right. Okay. Now, for those of you who have been following me for a while, you already know this about me. But for the new faces here on my channel, I have a very specific assignment in what I do here. I have a very strict code of conduct that I have to follow. One of my assignments is to shine light on the path. Okay. A big problem that I see in the spiritual community, one of them, is there's too many people out there not really explaining the path. Not the whole thing. They leave a lot of parts out. They leave the parts out that they're afraid are going to piss you off. They leave out what they think you don't want to hear, because they care more about clout, likes, followers and popularity. They care more about that than they care about helping you. I care more about helping you. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm a human too. Of course, I enjoy being popular on the internet, but that's at the bottom of my priority list. Now, having said that, after I laid that foundation, it's very important to understand that a huge part of the spiritual, evolutionary, ascension, and or manifestation path is making really hard, scary decisions that you don't want to make because you know you have to. A big part of it is like knowing when to cut this person out of your life. Knowing when to, and I was telling, I think it was Leo, something similar to this. Knowing when to let go of that relationship. knowing when to cut ties with that family member, knowing when to let go of something, knowing when to make a scary decision. And there is a huge part, especially the very beginning of the spiritual path. People come to me all the time. Somebody came to me the other day, a couple days ago, thinking that they're doing something wrong and they're stuck and making no progress because they're uncomfortable. And I'm like, no, that's not that's like when you're uncomfortable, like if you step off onto a spiritual path and you're uncomfortable, that's how you know you're on the right path. That's how you know. Okay. Now, no, I am not saying that the whole spiritual path sucks. No, I'm not. What I'm doing though is I am shining light on that big part of the path that nobody shines light on. And it's not to be negative. My goal is to shine light on the whole path, the whole thing. Because you got all these people out here in the spiritual and conscious community and whatnot, and all they talk about is the fluffy shit. And don't get it twisted. There's fluffy shit. There is. There's love and light and abundance and happiness and joy, peace and love. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. But when you have everybody out here and that's all they talk about, then whenever you get on the path and then you get to a really hard, painful, terrifying, scary, uncomfortable part of the path, nobody told you about this. So you think you're doing something fucking wrong. No, you're not. You ain't doing nothing wrong. That's a part of it. No, the whole spiritual path is not love, light, unicorns, and pink bunnies. Yes, some parts are. Yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are. But a huge part of the path. You will not make any progress up the mountain if you don't find yourself making hard decisions that you don't want to make. But you can feel the universe telling you to do this. It's terrifying. It's scary. It's horrifying. And I don't know why the universe is telling me to do this. I'm just doing it. And I may not know why I had to do this for a year, 2 years. I'm just trusting. I feel called to do this. I feel called to cut ties with my mom because all she does is fucking pull my vibration down. I feel called to pack up and move to a new state. I'm feeling called to do this. So I'm taking action towards this, even though I'm fucking horrified. I'm terrified. I don't know why I'm feeling called to do this, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to trust that one of these days, even if it seems like things are going horribly wrong, one of these days, it'll make sense. If I get on the path, stay on it, and trust that the universe has my back no matter what happens. All right? Okie dokie. I feel like those were the messages that my Libra friends needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all so much for tuning in and playing along once again. I greatly, greatly appreciate all of the love, support, and positive feedback. Y'all still be showing me day in and day out after 5 fucking years every time I get on here and do this. That's what makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, if you'd like to follow my social media, or if you want to go over there and check me out on High Vibe TV with the Leo King, where I will be releasing my manifestation series coming very, very soon. Okay, you don't want to miss that. The information for all that's in the description of the video as well. I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Y'all stay blessed.